I just want to do a video about, like, basically hypocritical people who are really condescending, judgmental. I've been dealing with it. I have friends who've been dealing with it for a while. A lot of backstabbers. Dealing with this in a lot of different communities, not just one or the other. You know, I would say it's kind of an uncomfortable parallel that I find with, like, trans Twitter and, like, Kiwi farms. Basically is just this kind of, like, seeking a hierarchy, right? Trying to be an elite person, like you got, like, Buck Angel, right? Mingling with Nazis and shit to try to prove that he's one of the good ones, right? And you have the same thing in these kinds of, like, lolcow circles. So you have somebody documenting someone that they're just like, oh, this is a brazen freak online. Look at this freak. Look, see. So what I've noticed in some of these cultures, right, or even in the trans community, when someone gets excommunicated, someone gets canceled because they say something maybe they shouldn't have said, right? Like, I tend to just be a little more forgiving these days because I know what I've been through. So there seems to be in these kind of purity-seeking echo chambers online this commonality where you will have people who are very questionable, maybe very toxic, maybe even complete narcissists that just always seem to have a place at the top. They're admin, or they're really popular, or they're a content creator, or maybe they're really hot. Now, everyone just kind of seems to want to do what they say, and it's not right. So you'll have a lot of people trying to rationalize it because this person has something that they want. The thing is, a lot of times in these echo chambers, these, like, purity spirals, like lolcow culture, or, you know, the GC community is way worse than the trans community, right? Like, I you know, having canceled or whatever for criticizing my own community, like, say what you will about the trans community, GC is just straight up a cult. Gender critical, straight up is a cult. All these echo chambers, these radical echo chambers, generate these, like, little pockets, these little small groups, these little mean girl clubs, these little cool kids clubs on Discord and shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The fucking cringe LARPer shit. Like, y'all need to get a job or something. Like, have way too much goddamn time. This is what COVID did to people. So my point is that, like, I know I've been down, and I have friends who have been down over, like, the judgment of others, people on Twitter and Discord. Like, you know what? Fuck them. Like, honestly, these people who have such harsh judgment and shit, like, who gives a fuck what they have to say about anything? So, what I want y'all to do is to start tuning them out. Furthermore, like, it's just not healthy to worry about what negative ass people have to say. Like, you know, I was having this discussion with some friends about acquaintances last night. You know, I found some really good friends that I've had, you know, a couple of them around for a while, and, you know, I'm meeting some new people. I've been meeting a lot of people for a minute here because I just want to have more positive people around me. Like, I think everybody who, you know, hasn't done something irredeemable has that potential and should have the opportunity to better their surroundings and better the people around them. And quite frankly, like, just surround yourself with people who actually uplift you, right? It's easy to just kind of go with the flow and keep your mouth shut, but it's worth the time to go out and find people who actually will listen rather than just be indifferent to you and don't actually, like, give a damn if you're there or not in their life. Don't give a fuck about you. There's a lot of narcissists and toxic backstabbing in a lot of little online echo chambers, and I just see that as, like, a commonality. So we have to protect ourselves, and so I want to encourage people to do today is just be yourself and just be free. Just enjoy your liberty, your freedom to be yourself. It's like a two-sided coin, this thing where on the one hand, you can't go into, having any, even like thinking about a person or liking a person or just being friends with somebody or anything more than acquaintances with any kind of expectation that they're going to be anything different than what they are. But it's like twofold. Like that's not twofold. It's like a two-sided coin. Like at the same time, you don't have to be anything you're not. You don't owe it to anybody to be what anybody expects of you. And it's really, quite frankly, not worth the effort. So, like, I think if somebody has you down, like, you just think this person is so cool or something, or they are just the center of attention, everybody loves them, and you feel left out, it sucks. Like, I feel for you. I've been there. And, like, people will probably not listen or want to hear it or not be understanding, or you'll probably sound like a freak talking about it, because people will drag you down this windy road to get you in this weird position where they can take advantage of you, unfortunately. That's really fucked up out there. So protect yourself, keep people at kind of an arm's length if you have to, and make sure to take the time to step back and discern and decide if you maybe don't want to step back in the fire with some people again. It's a lot of times it's not worth it, honestly, and unless people stop being so shallow on the internet, which, like, yeah, okay. So I just want to kind of update the YouTube people. It's been a minute, I kind of wanted to speak up for a friend, and just, it's like something I can really relate to, and something that I've been unpacking, like, because I've had a lot of fallouts with, like, a lot of groups, a lot of little, like, online bubbles where people, congregate, and you'll see the red flags and you'll ignore it because you think you're having fun and you do meet some cool people, like, socializing, but it's good not to get too attached, because, there is a power in having a little bit of selfishness, and it's okay sometimes. And so I learned is to not, like, internalize what other people think, and just kind of think about your own well-being a little bit. Like, some people, that just isn't the easiest thing. Like, I know myself, and I care about people who they care about others a lot. They don't care about themselves. But anyways, I'm gonna get going. Y'all be nice to people and don't be destructive, and make wise decisions. Don't, like, drink and drive on 4th of July if you see this today. Have fun, be safe, don't be an asshole, just be an asshole. People's actions, like, matter. So I think that's just important, is, like, instead of worrying about the position that somebody's in and how it's going to affect all these other people, what they're going to think, like, fuck it. Fuck what everyone else is going to think. Just be honest. Like, someone is just a bummer to you, and you're worried about losing friends by falling out with that person, like, you're just going to have to suck it up, buttercup, because it's the fucking internet. Like, fuck all these spurts on the internet. These stupid ass people, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Who gives a fuck?